All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their men in blue emerging from the MetLife tunnels. We're set to go as the Giants get ready to match up with the Chicago Bears. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the rookie first-rounder from Penn State, Saquon Barkley. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
And you remember pre-draft, there was a lot of speculation that the Giants should look for their future quarterback at number 2 with a great possibility. Remember, Sam Darnold from USC was still on the board, but they passed on him to take this runner, Saquon Barkley. And this is exactly why. They think he can extend the life of Eli Manning's career and give them 1,000-yard seasons year after year.
They haven't had a 1,000-yard season since 2012. Ahmad Bradshaw did it then. On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle.
Good job, D. Good job, D. That's right. Yeah, that's right. That's what I do.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Go 56, 27 to Sam, 27 to Sam. Go 56, 27 to Sam.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley, and he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Bears take over. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys. And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's Burton. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run. This is Cohen. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Flush to his right. Open space inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Josh Allen with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football.
Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 18 yards the gain for number 18. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen being chased out left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Now Allen got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Adam Shaheen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
That's it, huh? Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Extra point attempt here still to come. football. It's blocked. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Hey, go 56. 27 to Sam. 27 to Sam.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
We got three. Three down.
Regular. Zebra.
On second down, here's Manning. And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's Manning to throw. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Manning. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Shepard. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 6 there on first. Here's a give to Barkley, and he stopped immediately there. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Shotgun now for Manning. He dumps it off to Barkley. Give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
I feel like Eli Manning has just gone from downfield bomber to a guy who can complete everything.
He can hit him underneath now, can't he?
Yeah, we just saw that there with that pass completion. The maturity of a veteran taken with the defense will give him.
Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Barkley, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Giants on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Zebra.
Working from the gun, Manning. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
They try the 50-yarder and miss it, and now this offense has it 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, it's Allen. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Thomas. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Zebra. Regular. Boy, touch.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
27 to Sam.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down and about the length of the football. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down. A handoff to Barkley. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there.
Zebra.
On first down, Manning. And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Zebra.
Now they'll throw it with Manning. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Manning. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. The former Giant, Prince Amukamara, on the stop. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. On second down, here's Allen. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Alec Ogletree. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. He'll buy some time right. Finding Gabriel complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Detroit!
Allen will try again on second down. He's to the 10. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. In for the score. And the Bears will extend their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Operating from the gun, Manning. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. From the gun, Manning. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Operating from the gun, Manning. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Again, it's Cohen. Oh, nice move. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. On 1st down, Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for the tight end, Adam Shaheen, that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will up the score now. It's 23-zip. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss. Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Aaron Lynch. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering,
I sound it.
Okay, I'm back to school. This is open campus. This is I should slap it open-handed. Tough life, I told her motto she need lower standards. Asked her if she had a twin. I feel like Joey Tanner. Big spender, Kris Jenner, I promote the family. Kardashian, see the Benzo, she like, oh, what's happening? Think she called me, cause she never knew her daddy. And my all black, Rhythm Nation, Janet, boy, don't make me Jackson. Bodily, what's underground? What's underground? should not charge me, myself, and I. Play the odds, a yes man is just a bobblehead doll. Holler them all. Strutting like Pac out the court, hop out the Porsche. Shake that, got that on menus, the a la carte. Boy, I had to make my point about this wave. Watch for the sharks bounce. I can't get up and talk Cuban links. Tell her ain't no weak link in my Cuban link. Only like my age. We was gangin' since the platinum Fubu days. I got the over action movie, yay. Listen, babe, listen good, you think I'm cool with yay. Okay, my diamonds dancing, I could Lisa Ray. Life is hard, but it's easy being truthful, baby. Overload. This is like I got my pinky. Money, baby, we don't pay, but ain't ours. Bet it back, I bet I match it like the same style. Chopsticks for beef from shutting PF chains down. I gave you prophecy, my first one, then you lamed out. Luckily, so, but it wasn't for me. Still the flow raw, peep the way I bubble in these streets. Who can with me?
Nikki, baby.
Go.
Money bag.